Hello everyone, Storm 11 here. Today we'll be taking a look at the severe weather potential for the next few days. We also do have the potential for a severe weather outbreak for parts of Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Now we're going to get started with the Storm Predictioner's outlook. So here is for tonight. See here at the bottom right corner, it's in Eastern Standard Time. So tornado threat's low at 2%. Wind is at up to a 15. Hail, however, is at 30%. It's also hatched. Now there's a lot of cold air around there, so it gives a better chance of hail, and it gives potential to be pretty large. And that's why there's a high chance for hail with the storms. And we got tomorrow, you got slight risk for going in for portions of Illinois and Indiana, small part of Kentucky, of western Kentucky. You got marginal risk surrounding that for portions of Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois, Missouri, Illinois, and Kentucky there. As of right now, they got a tornado at 2%, which is marginal, wind at 15%, which is slight, hail at 5%, which is marginal as well. Day 3, this is the beginnings of the system. I'm probably expecting this to get upgraded to slight risk for portions of Texas. But right now, there's a marginal risk for severe weather here. That it's the beginning of another large system. Let me show you guys something on the 4 to 8 day outlook. There you go. This is day 4. They got an enhanced risk. Now this is very rare to occur in this in the 4 to 8 day outlook. An enhanced risk. There's a 30%. You've seen that it's way much larger than yesterday's outlook. It was only for in that enhanced risk area. That's where the slight risk was. Then now you see how much further it's kind of expanded. You see there's an enhanced risk for portions of Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Now, probably the bullseye is probably going to be those states for severe weather. You got slight risk surrounding that for portions of Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, and Arkansas. Small portion of Oklahoma as well. Going along with this here. So right now, I did make a forecast for day 4. Did not make one for day 5. Still too far out to really forecast for right now. I do have an outlook for tomorrow. Seems like it's going to be tomorrow, and this day is probably going to be 2 of the biggest days out of the few here. Even day 5 could be a big day as well. And day 5 is looking to be a little bit interesting, just like this one. We may even get to see a 30% again with this. We may even see. So, let me show you. So, here we go. You get that 50% for portions of South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, and Florida there. And day 6, day 7, day 8, they're all predictably too low at this time. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at 2 models. We're first going to take a look at the NAM-NEST. Actually, we're going to take a look at the original model here. The reason I'm just showing this one here because it gives the continental United States, and some of the severe weather is pretty spread out in the next few days. So here's the supercell composite. Today could have been a major severe weather outbreak for parts of the plains, but that's not going to happen because you got a cap and not enough moisture. You can see the NAM's having that kind of issue. You see there's a high risk for portions of Kansas there. So here we go. Here is tomorrow. You got an area of enhance for northern of looks to be Illinois and Indiana there around. Seems like it's once a bullseye Chicago. Now, I'll show you all the K-values and stuff like that in just a moment. Right now, we're going to take a look at the forecast soundings here. This graph here is going to indicate a tornado. We got a lot of shear. That's not going to be a problem for severe weather here. Cape's kind of a little bit low. It's about 1,000. It's not that high. But the cloud tops, though, are going to be a little bit high as well. So that's not good there for severe weather. Really, it's really just a squall line, basically. It's all what it is here. And I got something interesting here. And it's going to be Friday morning here. If we go into central Kentucky, I saw this whenever I was doing work here. I think it was around here. If I could get the bullseye. No, that's not the bullseye. Where was that bullseye at? I saw a bullseye of PDS tornado in eastern Kentucky. I got it somewhere. Oh, it's probably right there. Trust me, guys, there was a PDS tornado signature from the forecast sounding of the NAM. Come on. Let's try that again. Oh, things are not loading. Oh boy. Oh, my computer is frozen. Oh yeah, it definitely did. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's get back to it. Let's get back to this. Alrighty. So we'll get that 3 mark right up there in Kentucky. Okay, it doesn't show it, but there was a bullseye of a PDS tornado for central Kentucky. I took a look at the forecast sounding. They were pretty good. Your cloud tops were just right around here. Your K values were over 2,000. Your shear, it's like around 33, like it is right there. And that's kind of giving a chance of a supercell. Now, guess what? That is in the morning. So Kentuckians, which I do live in Kentucky as well, and I do have school that morning. It's Friday morning. We may have some issues for the morning. We may even have some severe weather for the morning. And that's not going to be good. And that kind of diminishes when it reaches to the Appalachian Mountains, except for the northern part. I did not see that there. Now let's go ahead and continue on. There's a storm brewing down in Texas, and it blows up quite a bit. Now it's when I give, let's see. I didn't get to see these numbers here. So I was looking on my phone. Where was that 14 at? You always got to find a bullseye to find the best forecast sound there is. There it is. Just about on the Louisiana-Texas state line. PDS tornado. That's a pretty good forecast sounding there. So the cap, no issue with that. There's a lot of shear. It's up to 40. You got K values during 2,000. So it's pretty wide open for severe weather development. You can see here the effective layer. It's nearing 7, which is a little high there. Then that kind of continues on. Do we get... There's another 14 in Louisiana. We'll take a look at that forecast sounding as well. Forecast soundings are important. PDS tornado again. K values is much higher. The shear's gone down some. That's still the same. So right now, we're looking at the potential for supercells that could produce some tornadoes. It's basically what the model is telling us. And then, if you look at this, how this is kind of shaped up, this enhanced risk is going to be a squall line. And that's going to be damaging winds. Maybe even a couple tornadoes along that squall line possibly as well. Your surface lows right now, Arkansas and Oklahoma and Missouri, this is going to push up more like this. It's going to be pushing out a little further to north here. So, if to continue from that, we're going to take a look at the, well, we could skip that. We're going to take a look at the GFS here. We're going to go back onto Saturday. It seems to be more of a night threat as well. So you got Cape values 2,400 there for Cape. Cape and shear, pretty high. This is the highest I've ever seen. 1,700. That is pretty high shear. That's pretty favorable for tornado development in supercells. That is as well your lifted index, -7. Helicity, it's actually not too bad. So right now, your bullseye at 5 o'clock is going to be on the border of Texas and Louisiana at that point. Move on to 8 o'clock there. Severe threat pushes eastward. You can see what the surface low is. Just northeast of Dallas there. Now we're going to move on to Sunday. Then we're going to go back at 5 o'clock. Here's your squall line. We actually got 2 lines developing. This is the main line right here that was back in Louisiana, which seems to be right here. You got a new one developing behind it. So Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, you may even get 2 rounds of storms here. So let's take a look at the lifted index. It's actually pretty high up into Kentucky as a -7. There's a -6 down in Alabama. Now, this is going to be an issue here, especially up into Kentucky and Tennessee. What's going to happen here is this line is not going to reach to Kentucky. So we got plenty of juice in the atmosphere going on. That's not good. If you look at your wind shear here, it's at 42 or 40. That's pretty high. That's getting close, nearing to the top of the chart there. Cape and shear, that's not good news. You can see there's areas of over 1,000. There's even better, nearing 1,400, 1,300. That's not good, especially for these 2 states here. It's not looking good right now. But your Cape, it's slacking some. It's at 1,000, which is good. There is a better area down in Alabama at 1,300. There was actually a 1,500. And over here, it's nearing 2,000 there as well. I guess we can very quickly take a look into the this here. Actually, let's take a look into this. See what the GFS suggests. I'm trying to make this a little bit quick, but this is going to be a little bit of a long video to do my forecasts. They're way different than you think they are. I like to have some feedback if y'all want that or not. See what GFS wanted to predict a slight risk there. And here we go. Wants to show moderate risk there. Then it's more of a slight to marginal to slight up here. It's not much of a risk down in Alabama, but it seems to be a little bit higher up there. We're going to have to watch for these states here. I won't be too surprised on day 4 tomorrow. They may expand the slight risk into the Ohio Valley region or Kentucky or Tennessee valleys there. I won't be too surprised of that. So let's take a look at the NAM 3K. So I know I'm going all over the place, but, try to make this video pretty good as possible. So we got a blizzard going on for the northern plains and parts in the far upper Midwest. There are a lot of snow. Got a lot of freezing rain to deal with. Here comes your squall line developing there. We actually may even have 2 squall lines. Whenever they merge, they become stronger. There you go. They merge. And you see it's a very skinny squall line as well here. Stretches from, it's pretty far, up into Michigan, back down into Mississippi. That's crazy. And it seems like it wants to continue to be strong in the morning of Friday. I may even try to get some video for you guys there. If y'all see the squall line itself. If it's during school time, probably not. So, yeah. I guess this is able to continue. Nope, it doesn't. Alrighty, I guess we'll just go to the 12K. So it goes a little bit further out. Goes up to 84 hours. So you can see here, supercells start to develop. There's your low. Seems to be a little bit weaker, 1,003. That's not really strong at all. But the small's showing it's actually at 1,001 at that point there. Alright, let's go ahead and get into my forecast here. That which is this one? Okay, so this is day 2. This is tomorrow. Yes, it does look a whole lot different. Now, I want some feedback from you guys that's watching this video. If y'all like this, well, let me know in the comments down below if y'all like this. If most of y'all don't like this, I'll change it back. This actually took me a while. This actually take me 30 to 40 minutes to do 2 of these here. Instead of making forecast maps, I put in locations in there. It's hard work, let me tell you. It's kind of tough. So here's your severe weather ingredients. Dew points are okay. Capes is good. Helicity is very good. Lift index is good. Wind shear is good. Your jet stream is very good. As you can see here, now what these here mean up here is margin. This is marginal, slight, enhanced, moderate, and high. What's under is what represents. As you see here, there's a 30% here, enhanced. You see that 30% is for the damage winds. It goes into enhanced category. That's how it works in the storm prediction. This is exactly how it works here. So I got damage winds at 30%. I got large hail at 15%, and tornadoes at 2%. So damage winds takes in for the enhanced, large hail at slight, and tornadoes at a marginal. We may get to see tornadoes maybe get upgraded. We're just gonna see. I highly doubt it. My forecast confidence on this is actually at 95%, so it's pretty high for this. So here's your locations here. So marginal risk goes in for West Illinois, Southern Michigan, Central Kentucky, Western Tennessee, and Eastern Indiana. Slight risk goes in for Central Illinois, Central Indiana, and Western Kentucky. Enhanced goes in for Western Indiana, Eastern Illinois. That's the bullseye there. The moderate risk and high goes for nobody. And here we go on this one here. Now this one here, I got severe weather gradients all maxed out, looking very good. Severe weather threats, it's at enhanced as well. This is day 4. Here you can see all 3 of those, well, except for one, large hail, is at slight, but the rest of them is at enhanced. Tornadoes is at 10%. Damage winds is at 30%. I may upgrade large hail to a 30%, which is enhanced category. Now, I'm probably going to upgrade this to moderate in later updates. Right now, it's a 30%. Marginal risk at this point is too far out on day 4 through 8. So, you only got slight and enhanced. So, slight risk goes in for Central Arkansas, East Texas, for the whole state of Mississippi, most of it. Southern Louisiana and West Alabama. Enhanced risk goes for Central and Northern Louisiana, East Central Texas, Central Mississippi, South Central Arkansas. And again, moderate and high risk goes for nobody, but you probably see moderate risk get issued. And probably what I'm going to do here is probably going to be for these areas here. Really, the bullseye I'm looking at is Louisiana and Texas. It's looking to be a bullseye here. So this is all I've got for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoy this. Like I said, I want some feedback on this here. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next update for tomorrow. Goodbye.